Okay. Good evening, everybody. I wanted to talk to you tonight about this call is partly inspired first by Charlotte, and then also by, I don't know if you guys listened to Carrie Dickey's call this morning, but some information that was shared on Carrie Dickey's call, and then also a spreadsheet that I was given by, she's one of the top earners in Rodan and Fields, and she's in one of my networking groups. So first, like I said, every week I want to share a testimony with you guys. And so Charlotte has a testimony from one of her customers she's going to share with us tonight. So she's going to share that testimony. And then she's also going to talk about the power of networking groups and what being in BNI has done for her personal growth, and her business, and the people that she's come in contact with. So Charlotte, unmute yourself and take it away, sister.
Hello.
Hi.
I haven't seen y'all in forever. That's what babies do to you when they make you busy. So I was going to share the testimonial that was put on the We Love LifeVantage customer page, and I want to share a little bit about this person. I met this person through my BNI group, which I'll talk about after I share the testimonial, but I met her cousin through my BNI group, and it was a referral from someone in my BNI group to this lady who had an 11-year-old son. And this is what she shared on the We Love LifeVantage customer page. I didn't even know she was sharing it. I just happened to come across it, and I reached out to the lady in my BNI and said, hey, I read this thing about your cousin, and I was really excited about it. So Tanya asked me to share it. She said, I just have to share the joy I've experienced since I have put my 11-year-old son, who is ADD, on Protandim. Nerf 1 and Axio drink daily, but I think it was Nerf 2, but I think she accidentally said Nerf 1. And we have been using the products for roughly 2.5 weeks, and let me tell you, he has a much better attention span. He's more active. He seems a lot more interested in his school, work, and family functions. I am truly blown away, and I'm so thankful that God put Charlotte Sherwood into our lives. I can't tell enough people about this God-given product. I will be starting him on Protandim Nerf 1 soon, and I am excited just to see what the results the little yellow pill is going to do for him. So she shared that, and I had no idea that she's going to share that. And that came out of a referral that I got through my business networking group that I do on Thursdays. And Tanya asked me to share a little bit about my journey with BNI and what it has done for me, not only personally, but professionally and with LifeVantage, and where I'm at today with BNI. So I started BNI a little over 2 years ago now. When I joined it, the health and wellness product seat was really hard to get into. And so I ended up in a group that was just starting, and I was the 5th person in my group, and it was a bit of an investment to get involved. There's structure in it, there's time commitment, your attendance is watched. It's all about business. But I knew that this is what I needed for my LifeVantage business and what I needed to do to grow it and to be able to meet more people. So I joined, and I had to build my what we call chapters. I had to build my chapter to where it is today. And we officially launched as a chapter a little over a year ago now. We have 25 plus members in our chapter now. But when I joined, it was only 5. So we had to work towards building this chapter. Well, I didn't see the return at first. It was just I would go every week. I would give a little bit about what I did and what LifeVantage was. And, people didn't really understand it. But each week that it kept going, I would build more and more and more. And now, when I go into my BNI group, people know what I do, how I do it, and what I'm usually going to talk about. And usually it's a testimonial or something that I give every single week. And what has come out of that has been the power of the relationships, the power that people know, like, and trust me, and they feel that they are confident to do business with me, to send their friends or family. and, you know, different colleagues of theirs out. This is where I've met all the chiropractors in my business. This is where I've met a lot of the, I met a person that knew somebody from the same company that Tara Wilson and Rachel Jackson were in. And she ended up joining my business. I had no idea until I signed into my back office one day. And she was one of the top earners with them in the company. She's not actively doing the business, but she holds a distributorship in my business. And I met that through BNI. So fast forward 2 years later, recently I decided to become a director with BNI. And what that means is that I go out and I am a director over chapters, and I actively help build chapters. And I did this because I wanted more exposure. I wanted more exposure. I wanted more personal growth as far as speaking in front of people, and doing presentations every week. And I really, when I go and I do these presentations, I don't talk about LifeVantage, but what comes out of it is I'll say I owned my first business 10 years ago. I started my second business 4 years ago. And everybody will come up to me afterwards and say, what's your business? What do you do? And then usually I'll say, well, I do health and wellness. And they'll say, well, what is LifeVantage? And I really briefly give them like one sentence. I'll say, you know, we work through the cellular pathways on the body, in the body, where your body has the ability to make its own antioxidants. So instead of taking a supplement, your body has the ability to make them. And that catches curiosity every time. And what comes out of that is that they ask me for a one-to-one. And I sit down and I do a one-to-one with them. And then all of a sudden they have people to introduce me to, chiropractors, doctors, all these people that I'm able to sit down with one-to-one and share LifeVantage. So BNI has now become a new meaning to me, because not only am I in my chapter, but I'm also a director, and I'm also get to oversee other chapters. And so that's exciting, because I know that God has led me down this path, and I know that this is my avenue for LifeVantage, and I know this is my avenue to get this out to so many people in the world. I may be slow right now in my activity, but and behind the scenes though, I'm really working, because I'm developing relationships and meeting people and setting those building blocks so people can know, like, and trust me. And then when it's time, I can move into the next phase of introducing this to them. So I think that would be all for you, Tanya.
Thank you so much, Charlotte. Yeah, I just think that's so powerful, you guys, the power of networking groups, because that is something I was very intentional with this year. It was one of my goals, was to, I thought about it last year, but if it's easy not to do, if it's easy to do, it's easier not to do it, right? And sometimes you just don't feel like getting out and you don't feel like talking to people. And I found that I would sign up for stuff and then I didn't feel like going, and so I wouldn't go. And so going into this year, I was very intentional with the fact that I was going to join some networking groups. And I'm a part of this community online that was started by this woman that is a top earner in Rodan and Fields. And so what she does is she has a luncheon once or twice a month, and she brings together 6 women, and you can only come to that luncheon if you have a guest. She also has a mastermind luncheon once a month that you have to sign up for. And then she has a luncheon where you can come and she'll have a special speaker. And it's really just a way to network. And it's intimidating because all of these women have their crap together, okay? And it's just women. Like, there's authors in there, there's network marketers, there's business women, there's business owners, all kinds. And I remember the first time I went to a mastermind luncheon, and I felt very intimidated, right? And you only get 10 minutes. And in your 10 minutes, you have to say what you do. You have to share something that is working for you right now or something that you're passionate about. And then you have to share something that you're looking for, or a need that you have, or an opinion that you're looking for from the group. And so you have to have those things in alignment. And I really didn't know what I was looking for. I really just wanted to connect. And I really thought, I don't know if I want to go back to that. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of value there. And then I always think of Charlotte and how she's persisted with BNI. And again, it's that mentality. Your business grows at the speed of trust, right? So just as you would go and find your church home or the right daycare for your child, like you're going to give it a little bit of time, maybe not the daycare, like you're going to get, okay. But anyway, you're going to give it a little bit of time to make it feel like it's the right fit, to make it feel like it could be your community, your tribe. And that's what she's done. And I went back again this last time. I went to one of the masterminds I signed up, and I was at a table of women where one gal, she was brand new to network marketing. And we built this relationship to where she's not going to join my business, but I almost just kind of felt like a mother figure to her. And I was able to give her a lot of tips. There was another woman sitting across from me that speaks to doctors. And I am I'm going to bother this woman until she gives me some time to sit down and talk to her because I want some time. And then I met another gal that owns a spa, and we're working on setting a time together. I also signed up for a networking event last week that talked about how to utilize LinkedIn, talked about your elevator speech. And with the LinkedIn community, we were in a room full of business people. Like these were people that worked for like Winco and Coca-Cola, Albertsons, business professionals, right? And hearing them talk like about resumes and all that stuff, I was like, oh, I'm so glad that I'm not in that world anymore. And everybody needs to know what we know. But it would have been very easy in that situation to just not say anything and just be there for your own knowledge and stay around your little group that you brought with you. I wasn't there just for that. I was there to meet people and build relationship. And I didn't go in though to recruit or to prospect. I went in to talk. I went in to communicate, to build relationships. So when they would have little sessions where they wanted you to partner up with someone, I didn't want to partner up with the people I came with. I went and found someone that I didn't know. And I did. I left with 2 names. I left with a gal. She's kind of looking for her next stage in life. And then I met another gal who ended up sharing that her son has diabetes. And again, I didn't have the prospecting mentality, you guys. I just was having a natural conversation and just being there as a real human being. And that's what it led into. So this networking group that I'm a part of, I'm going to share my screen with you. Heather Quizzle is her name with Rodan and Fields. And she has put together like a spreadsheet, and it's a social media scheduler. So a weekly social media scheduler. And I just think, I don't know, I like seeing this laid out, and then she gives you tips and ideas too on how to utilize it. So I'm going to send this to anyone that wants it. I'm not going to post it. Like, I want the people that really want to utilize this to get it. I want the people that are going to watch the playback of this to get it. It's just how it is, okay? So it's a Top Earners Weekly Facebook Planner. And so what she put, and this is how she's got it. So like on Sunday, and she does 4 posts a day. And so I am committing to doing a month of this schedule. And I started it today. And it kind of does, it really gets you thinking, because, you know, she talks about the fact that like there's a lot of personal posts they want on here, starting each day with an inspirational post, personal post, and then there's areas for a business post. And then she's going to give you tips down here on what to look for or what to post. So business ideas, snapshot of your mobile office or your office, success stories, highlight or feature someone on your team who's doing great things. I love that idea. You know, doing a shout out to someone and just saying this person's so special. You know, if you know this person, tell me how she's inspired you. I just think that's a really great thing. And a great thing for you too, right? If you see your name like that, it's just a confidence booster. Projects you're working on, raving customers, your perspective on the business, your business story, customer success story, before and afters, and then personally inspired, a failure that you've learned from, share where you're at and what you're doing, who you're with, what you're reading. And that's the other thing too, you guys, if you have to remember, if you are moving forward and you are reading and growing and being inspired and doing those daily activities, you should always have content that you can put out on social media. And I am not, first of all, talking about social media again to scare anybody or to say it's the only way. It is not the only way, okay? There are moments where I'm like, I don't like you, Facebook, and I want you to go away for the rest of my life. But it's not going to. It's going to be around for the rest of our lives. And it is an outlet for people. People get on there and they scroll and scroll and scroll. And you're going to be putting stuff on there. I don't want you to think about this as, okay, I'm going to start putting stuff out on Facebook, and then if people aren't liking or commenting it, then I should stop. Just like if I go to a networking group and I'm not building relationships fast enough, I'm not going to go. That's not the case. You put it out there, and I promise you, people are watching. People are looking. So there's a brand new Pro 8 in the LifeVantage business. And I went through her Facebook wall the other night because she went to Pro 8, I think, in like 22 months. And she's from Minnesota, incredible story. And I'm going through her Facebook wall, and do you know what I saw? Nothing special. She posts a lot, but she posts, it's a lot about her and her family. And every post, every picture she puts out there of her, like she puts a lot of selfies, a lot of pictures of herself, and she just exudes so much joy. And that is terrifying, right? Putting a picture of yourself on social media, taking a selfie, how vain. I don't want to do that. But people want to see pictures of you. She even says this in here somewhere. People love seeing pictures of you. And every time I post a picture, like I posted a picture of Kyle and I on a date night the other night, and it's almost has like 100 likes. People love pictures of you. It's just the way it is. I'm going to stop sharing here for a second. But again, I printed that out and I have it in my office. And I'm going to do this for a straight month and just see how it goes, because it keeps you out there. Now, the other thing that they talked about today on Carrie's call, Sam Allen talked about this. She said, when you're utilizing social media, and you guys, you're a business owner, and because you're in the network marketing space, it is something that you need to work on. It is something that you should be intentional with. We do not have a demonstratable product, okay? We cannot really do before and afters unless you're utilizing the physique system. Therefore, the testimonies, those are huge. You don't want to be posting pictures of the product. Remember that. And again, if you've not gone through the social media training for LifeVantage distributors, let me know. I'll add you to that page. There is great content on there. She also said, though, you're always going to get a list of people that have a birthday for the day. Go to their wall and wish everyone a happy birthday, or wish them a special birthday message through Facebook Messenger. Seth Mulder, he does a great thing. So if it's your birthday, you get a video of him singing happy birthday to you on your birthday. And when I got it, right away I was like, I know that's not just for me. I know that's recorded, and you send that to everybody. So I called him out on it, and I was just like, do you send this to everybody? Because if you do, that's super clever. And he just gave me this little winky emoji. And it's super clever, and it makes you feel special, and you can't not smile when you see it. So it's just a great way, because if you do Facebook Messenger, you could send them that little voice message with the microphone, right? And sing them happy birthday, no matter how much you suck. Like, they're gonna laugh and smile and think it's great. Okay, and then she also said 3 to 4 posts a day. And again, I just love this schedule. I think it's so smart. And then she also said, if you're gonna start some conversations through Facebook Messenger. So we all want to be friends and connected to people that are in LifeVantage, right? Last week, I went through a lot of my list, and now on Facebook, you're not only just friends, but you can also follow or unfollow, okay? So you can still be a friend with them, but not follow them, if that makes sense. So I went through, none of you on this page, just so you know, like my team, when it comes to your team, your personal team, you want to be their raving fan. You want to be their cheerleader. You want to know when they go live and be that person sending the great emojis and supporting them. That's important. We do that for one another. But there were people in LifeVantage that I don't know super well, and I was seeing a lot of their posts, and that doesn't benefit me as much, right? So I went through and kept them as friends, but unfollowed them. And so my intention now is to go through my friends list, people that are not in my business, that are not in the LifeVantage business, and start being more active on their pages. Because if I'm more active on their pages, they're going to see mine as well. And that's the intention. I want them to see my 4 posts a day and to intrigue them, right? For them to ask what I'm doing. And if it's someone on your friends list you haven't talked to in quite a while, look at their wall, see what they've been up to, send them a Facebook message, say, hey, it's been a while, what are you doing? With no expectation, just simply start a conversation. That's all you want to do. But don't forget to follow up with it. Don't forget to keep it going. That's the important thing. Now, the other thing, and this is the other thing too, I want to have a plan of action for you guys. Because I love the motivational, inspirational stuff, but it's not going to put you into action. So I want to be really intentional with giving you guys something that puts you into action. So guess what I'm going to tell you to do this week? Who can guess? A live. Facebook Live. Vicki. Yep. We are all going to challenge each other to do a Facebook Live this week. Here's the deal. This does not have to be a, where you talk about how to do business or how to do life Facebook Live. It could be 3-minute live, okay? But something that puts you live on your page. It could be if you're out for a walk, if you're playing fetch with the dog, if your child in a sporting activity, if it's a beautiful day and you just wanted to share it with people. I want you to just hit that live button and sweat through it and freak out, whatever you do, and do it. I just want you to do it. It's a growth thing. People are going to see it. Just the fact that people do lives in general, how do you think of people that actually do a live, right? That's a big deal. It's a big deal. And half the time you're probably like, wow, I'm really impressed that they went live with that. And just do it. So that's the goal. That's the plan of action this week, is you will do a Facebook Live. Now, for Rich and Brian, it's not really fair because they're going to have great content because they're going to be in the Bahamas. So whatever. Yeah. So we expect a couple lives from you guys for sure. Yeah. I don't need a comment there, Brian. Don't rub it in. Okay, so you're going to do a live, and then also just be more active on your friends list. And then one other thing I wanted to end with real quick is the Omega. I don't know if you saw that post from Nikki today, but your Omega, if you go to your LifeVantage Facebook page and you go to the shop tab or the products tab, you go to the Omega, right down on that page, it will allow you to trace your bottle of Omega. Like trace it to the ship, to the dude that is driving the ship and where they're at in the water. It's insane and it's so cool. And I would say to you, that is the kind of content that would be a very awesome post. So when you have a calendar like this, like my phone right now is full of pictures, and then I have notes. So in my notes, I will put, right away, I'll put like the picture that the information goes with. And I'm telling you too, like if I'm being really honest here, like when I went through Kim's wall, I was like, oh, this is really good. And I copy and I paste it. Oh, this is really good. And I copy and I paste it. And I went down a ways so it didn't look really, whatever. But I put it in my notes, and then I'm going to make it mine, but it was great content. And sometimes content's hard to find. And I know most people get their content from someone else anyway. So, and then it also is inspiring. So find someone that inspires you, who you like following, and just kind of go through their wall. Maybe go back to like January, February, so they don't see it, don't remember they posted it, and then copy and paste it and make it your own. And many times what I'll do too, you guys, is if they post a picture of a saying or something that I like, I will go look for that same saying, but in a different format, so that it's not the exact same thing. I always try to change it up in some way, but you never, ever, ever click the share button. Make it yours. Does anybody have any questions? We agree social media is a good thing. You got to do it. And the beautiful thing is, if you're not doing it a lot and then you start doing it, people are really going to pay attention, right? They're really going to want to know what's going on. What's happening all of a sudden? Like, that is in your favor if you haven't been doing it a lot. But again, it's about lifestyle. And Heather's got it all here for you, you know, inspirational business. And there's not a ton of business stuff, but it's still there. And it's in between the lifestyle that you're sharing with other people. And there's a ton of personal posts that she wants you to do. So it really is growing yourself and being real and authentic, even if it's like a messy hair day, you know, having fun with that. Don't overthink it and have fun with it in a way that you know you're attracting the kind of people that you want to have working with you and in your business. Okay, it also is the 30th, last day. So please make sure you go to your back office, check your customer genealogy, make sure they got their orders. My BC2 order did not go out this month, so, and I knew that on the 25th, but there are orders that did not go out. Also make sure that you are, there was one other thing I was gonna say. I don't know, I forgot, but that's it. So and then Gary, I wanna give our condolences, buddy, for your dad. I'm sorry about your dad, bud.
Thanks, Todd. I appreciate it.
Yes. Love you.
Love you much.
Okay, so Rich and Brian, you have a wonderful time in the Bahamas. For all of us, we're so proud of you guys. I know you're going to have so many golden nuggets, so we can't wait to have you on next week and share all of them. I want to see tans and sunburns, and it's just going to be such an amazing time. I already saw the gifts you guys are going to get when you get there.
I told you I'm wearing my Speedos, so yeah.
Please don't.
Just kidding.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, Haley is on. Yay. Hi, Haley.
Hey!
Oh, that's awesome. There's a couple people who we don't know is on. Okay, well, does anybody want to add anything or have any questions about social media before we sign off?
Will you will you just automatically send that to all of us on here, or do we have to ask you for it? I'm asking you for it.
Okay, you got it. I'm writing your name down, Vicki. Who else wants it? Raise your hand.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm just going to take a picture.
Yes, please.
Who was that said yes, please? I can't.
Peanut gallery.
It was
The
me.
squirrel.
Oh,
The squirrel.
Okay. All right, you'll all get it. I'll send it to you. Thanks for coming on. I love you guys. What was that?
Thanks, Tanya.
See
Okay.
you tomorrow for lunch.
Oh, and do your live. Do your live. And if you're going to do a live, text me so I can let everybody know we can come on and support you. Okay? Okay. Can't wait. Yep, can't wait, Vicki. Woohoo. Bye, guys.